In this tutorial, I will show you how to create stack typography animations in Cavalry. I got inspired by these kind of stack typography designs and I decided to create similar setups in Cavalry. If you want to play around with all of them, you'll be able to download them from Gumroad store for a small donation. In this tutorial, we will cover the horizontal one and the grid as well. So let's get started. The key to this effect is sorted type of duplicator distribution. And I prepared this little explanation scene so it's easy to understand. The way this duplicator works is a little bit different than all the other duplicators available to us, because this distribution sorts the secondary distribution which we get to pick from this submenu over here. So for example, in this case, I have linear distribution with number of shapes, and I have a direction mode, this one. So we have 4 different modes. As you can see, horizontal and vertical is not doing anything at the moment because I have only a single row of shapes. But if I look at the distance from centroid, as you can see, the indexes of the shapes, they change. So they start from the center and they go from 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. If I change this back to horizontal, they start from this end. We have option to reverse it. And finally, distance from target. In this case, I use a simple null. And if I move it, as you can see, this little square will follow this null and everything else will get rearranged based on distance to this object. So let's change this to grid. And as you can see, this works perfectly. Now I'm going to swap it to horizontal mode. As you can see, our distribution changed the way all the shapes are populated. They start from the bottom and go up and up and up. The vertical goes from left to right, row by row, and we can reverse it as well, like so. So it starts from this corner. So as you can see, this is pretty unique mode, and this will be super useful in our setup. Okay, so let's get started. I have a simple composition with a simple color array with 2 colors. Going to add our text shape and just pick any font you like. Just going with this one. And alignment to the center. Okay, next, and we need to add a background shape using this button. And finally, take the color and drop it on the background. And take the second color and drop it on the text layer. Okay, so let's go back to the text shape. And we need to customize a few things. I'm going to increase the padding a little bit and leave everything as it is. And just reduce the descenders and ascenders like so. Next, we need to put this whole group into a duplicator. Select sort, then select linear. Finally, I'm going to change it to distance from centroid in this case and make a few more copies, maybe like 11, and space them out a little bit. Okay, so to make things easier to see, I'm going to add a stroke to the background shape. Okay, so as you can see, we have shapes stacked on top of each other, with this middle shape being all the way back. So to fix that, we can simply check reverse button. And now we need to add some animation. In my case, I used scale to animate the shape. However, everything is linked to the background shape. So I'm going to disconnect scale and position. So now when I move my text layer or scale it, the background shape won't be affected at all. Finally, on our text layer, we just have to go to the Mask tab and drop it into the track mat and turn it on back again. So we have essentially created a mask for each of the text layers, and we have the whole thing duplicated over and over again. So now when I move this text layer out like this or like sideways, everything follows. As you can see, we're nearly finished with the effect. I'm going to create a background shape and use this darker color on it. So when I drop it all the way to the back, I simply have to turn off the stroke to create the illusion that everything bleeds into the background. So to animate it, I'm just going to add a value to X and Y of the text layer of the scale property. So I simply created 3 keyframes on the scale. This way the text goes from nothing to full scale of 1 and then scales out really big until it disappears. To make this a little bit more interesting, I'm going to add a stagger to the shape time offset. And this way we can have a little bit more interesting animation. So the delay starts at the edges. And as you can see, everything follows nicely. And the reason the delay works from the edges inwards is because we use the sort distribution mode first. And everything is arranged from the centroid, so from the center shape. So this was a pretty simple example. Now for the second example, I just made a second copy of the same composition we were working in. Going to delete the stagger, then change the distribution mode to grid. And I'm going to actually turn on the outline so we can see what is going on. Then I'm going to increase the number of copies to maybe 9. And again, increase the size of the grid. So as you can see, the distance from centroid works both on X and Y. And in this case, I'm going to use distance from target, create a null shape, drop it here, and this will allow me to start the distribution from the point of this null. So in this case, I'm going to pick this corner. And let's see the animation. Animation works nicely. Everything disappears like before. Perfect. And now I just have to go back to the stroke on the background, turn it off, and add stagger as before. Hit 40, 0. So now the whole thing creates this kind of effect. And this is responsive, so we can reposition this any way we like. Here's another example. In this case, I simply added a keyframe animation on the position Y on the text layer itself. As you can see, everything just moves up, and because of the delay, we get this chaotic movement. Or in this case, I simply added an extra color to the outer layers using color array and comparison node with an index context plugged into it. I hope it was clear enough, and I'll make sure to include all the examples I just created, including the initial ones I put together during my research phase. If you want to check out the whole project file, you can get a copy on the Gumroad for a small donation fee. Thanks for watching.